Hello everyone. In today's video, we will be looking at logging into the control panel and setting up your email account. Now that you've got your domain name and your hosting registered, the next thing you'd want to do is to get started with using it. So the first thing you typically will want to do would be to set up email addresses at your new domain name.com. To access this page where you'd have to set up your email, upload your files, and perform every other operation with regards to your website, you would need the control panel URL. Usually, when you register your website for the first time, the hosting provider sends you an email. It's a welcome email that contains information on how to navigate your new hosting account. Usually, that has links to where you're able to get into your control panel and you're able to start these operations. To get access to this page, it will be the URL of the website you've just registered /control panel. So that's how I got to this place. So that's johnea, as you can see, .com/cpanel. So press and enter. If you look at the address bar, you see that has also changed to johnea.com:2083. That's another way to access your control panels. Once that is done, you'll get to this page where you get to put in the credentials which you've been supplied by the hosting provider. So I'm going to put mine here and then we're going to click on login. Once you've put in the username and the password in the spaces provided on the previous page, you click on login and then you get access into this page. So this is your control panel. Pretty much everything that has to do with setting up your website, your emails, forwarding, everything you will need to get your website up and running, including your emails and all, you can get them from this control panel. So right now, we're going to create an email account at the URL. So click on email account, then I go to create, put in a username. For corporate firm, I probably would do an info, okay, or a hello if you want to be innovative. It's up to you. Whatever email address you need to set up, that's what you put in this first column. You come down to the password section and you put in your desired password. Different ways to do this. First off, you could use the generate button. When you click on generate, it automatically generates a password for you. Just under the password, you will see this green lines. This means that the password that has been put in there is very strong. Let's try something else. Let's say you do not want the system to generate password for you, so you will be entering the password you want by yourself. So I will put in a password now, John. If you look underneath, it says to me just one bar, and that's a red bar, not even a green bar, which means your password has a strength of 1. Okay, and the system requires you to have a 65, so it's far from being an acceptable password. Just next to the generate password, you've got an arrow here. If you click on this arrow, it shows you a few other things you can do with regards to the type of password you want. You'd have to choose one from the left and one from the right. So you could say, I want it to have uppercase and lowercase, but I only want numbers. So it means I could have a password like capital letter A, T, H, E. Then I've got to put a few numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, T, A. As you can see, the strength is increasing. Now I've put in a password that is strong enough for this email account. What do? I come down to the bottom of the page and then I click on create. If you click on this, so let's say you're about to create, say, 4 different email accounts. Rather than click on create, it takes you to that first page and then you have to come through all of this process again. If you click on this icon here, what happens is when you click on create, it returns back this page. And then you can create a second, a third, a 4th email account. So let's try that out. So this is create. As you can see, on the top right here, it says to you, the account has been created. You can click here to view it. If you wanted to create another one, which is the reason why we chose to stay on this page, you just create another one. So, which is me at johnea.com. I put in my password. And then I'm all right with this. And then I unclick this one just to make sure it goes to another page when we're done. So you see the difference. When I click on create, it takes me somewhere else. Yeah, I still get this prompt up here, which says that I have created a new email account. That disappears. At this point, we've got 3 emails, the default one and the 2 new ones I have created. So this is info at johnea.com. This is me at johnea.com. To access these emails, Two things. First off, as an administrator, because you are currently in the control panel, you have the right to click on check email and it takes you straight into the inbox or manage emails. So if you click on check, if you clicked on manage emails is where you get to change password, change the size. Let's just take a look at that. So I could update the password, and then you've got a few other settings here, which includes suspend incoming emails, suspend outgoing emails, suspend logging in. And when you're done with all of the updates you want to do here, either it's a password, increasing or reducing the size of the mailbox, or putting some form of restrictions. When you're done with all of that, you come to update settings and that gets updated. Let's go back to the list of email accounts and let's assess the email. So we want to access info@johnea.com. So what do? We click on check email, and then it opens up in a new tab. You get this welcome screen that asks you to use Roundcube. Other email providers or other control panels will show you all the options like Squirrel Mail and a few other ones, usually about 3 of them. But in this instance, we've got only Roundcube. If you look on the top right here, you would see that we've got info@johnea.com. So that's what we're logged into. On the top right, you also have the statistics for the mailbox. Moving forward, if I click on here, it takes me straight into the mailbox. So let's see how that goes. And here we are. So now we have logged into our email account using the access we got from the control panel, which obviously is only available to us because we're an administrator of the website. Since everybody isn't going to be an administrator on the website, it means that there is need to know how else to log into email addresses by other people who are non-administrators. So what do? From the browser, you will enter the URL of the website /webmail. That would also change, just like we had with control panel. Unlike your normal email addresses where you put in only the username and then the password, that's traditional Gmail and Yahoo Mail. On webmail, it requires you to put in all of the password, which means it needs the username and the URL. So we had info@johnea.com. You'd have to put everything. And then you also enter the password and you click login. Usually the problem people have with webmail is they only enter the username just like they have in Gmail and Yahoo Mail, and then it will return as unsuccessful or invalid login. But now we've put in everything as required, and then we can click on the login button. And there you go. Now we're back to the same page. Click on Roundcube, and then you get access to all of your email contacts, inbox, draft, sent, and every other thing you need. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Please like and subscribe to this video for more interesting content.